Hey, hi everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sunny Savita and I'm back with another exciting and important video. So guys, in this particular video, we're going to understand the differences between the simple AI assistant, a fine-tuned model, RAG, and the AI agent. So guys, this was the very mandatory video and intentionally I capped the video so your each and every concept could be clarified with respect to this fine-tuning RAG, AI agents, and easily you can understand the differences between each other because so many people are having a like doubt that which one should I use? Should I go with a fine tuning RAG or AI agents, or should I use the hybrid approach? So inside this particular video I'm going to discuss all this thing and your each and every doubt is going to be clarified. So please make sure guys you are going to watch this video till the end, because at the end I'll tell you which one you need to use when, and I will show you some fine-tuned model so that directly you can use those particular model inside your RAG architecture or inside your agents. So guys, as you know, I started with this fine-tuning series and I already recorded 4 video inside this one. So in the first video I discussed the syllabus, in the second I discussed the complete introduction of the fine-tuning, in the next video, I discuss about the transfer learning, and then in the last video, I discuss about all the framework and all the resources regarding the fine tuning. Now, in this particular video, we'll see the differences, and right after this one, guys, we gonna jump to the practical. Yes. So I'll show you the practical of each and every technique of the fine tuning in my YouTube playlist itself. So if you haven't subscribed so far, guys, please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so whenever I'm uploading a video you will get a notification. Now without wasting a time, let's start with the video, guys. So here guys I capped all the points which I am going to discuss. At the first place we'll talk about the simple AI assistant, then we'll see the definition of the fine tuning, then we'll talk about the RAG, and then I'll come to the AI agents. So each and every architecture I capped over here, and then the differences between each one of them. And then we'll talk about which one we should use when. So here also I capped some architecture and some real time analogy. So let's start with this AI assistant itself, and I hope so you understood about the simple AI assistant. So what is a simple AI assistant, guys? And one more thing, let me clarify over here. So whatever architecture I'm going to show you, right? Whether it's a simple AI assistant or whether it's a LLM fine tuning or it's a RAG or it's a agent. So one thing would be in a center, and that particular thing is going to be large language model. Got it? So guys, this large language models are nothing. This large language model is a AI model, is a deep learning based model which was trained on a very huge amount of data, right? So this large language model is trained on a huge amount of data which is having millions and the billions of parameter. So if I'm talking about the parameter, I think you know the meaning of the parameter. If you don't know, you will get to know in my upcoming videos where I will discuss about the LoRa and QLoRa. Parameter is nothing. Parameter means weight and biases. If you have a basic understanding of the deep learning or machine learning, you can easily understand the meaning of this particular term. Now guys, LLM are nothing. LLM are the model which was trained on a very huge amount of data. If you don't know about it, you can look into my previous video. There I already discussed. So this LLM is capable to answer any sort of a question. This LLM is capable to writing any sort of a paragraph, essay, translating something, writing code, chatting, summarizing. So in short, I can give you the example of the chat GPT. Chat GPT have been built on top of one LLM. The LLM is called the GPT. There is a different variants of the GPT which you will get now. So GPT 4o, O4o mini, O3, right? These are some advanced GPT based model, and this was used inside the chat GPT application, and it is capable of each and every task. Now guys, whenever we're talking about the simple AI assistant, so simple AI assistant means what? So we have one LLM which we have trained on a very huge amount of data, and to that particular LLM we are passing input and we are generating an output. And if we are going if we are going to build any sort of a application using this particular LLM, right? So those that particular application is called simple AI assistant. As you know, in my previous video, again, many time I explain you this particular thing. So guys, again I'm repeating. So we have a LLM. To this LLM we are passing input and we are generating an output. Now using this particular LLM, we are going to be create one simple chatbot or one simple QA system. So that is nothing that is called simple AI assistant. Now this LLM could be my raw model. So what's the meaning of the raw model? Raw model is nothing. It's a unsupervised model. Okay, unsupervised pre-trained model. So unsupervised pre-trained model means what? So if we're talking about the unsupervised pre-trained model, so the meaning is it was trained on a very huge amount of internet data. Okay, huge amount of internet data, and the data was not labeled. So for training this particular model, we have used something which is called auto-regressive training. Auto-regressive training. In this auto-regressive training, we always predict the next word. Okay, what we do, guys, in the auto-regressive training, we always predict the next word inside the given sentence. And this thing I explained you in my previous video. If you don't know about it, you can go and check it out. So auto-regressive training, and in that we are going to predict the next word, and we are going to be train our model. So this unsupervised pre-training is also called self-supervised learning. In my previous video I clarify all this thing. If you don't know about it, you can go and check with that particular video. Now guys, this is clear. I hope we have a simple LLM. We have trained it on a huge amount of data, and with that we are going to be generate an input. We are going to be generate some output based on the given input. Now coming to the next topic over here. The next topic is a fine tune. So further what we can do, we can fine tune this particular model. Means we can fine tune this model on some specific task. So what does it mean? What's the meaning of the specific task? So the task could be anything. Let's say I want to fine tune that on my own company data, on my own domain specific data. For what? For the medical, for the medical chatbot. Or what we can do, so I have a company. Let's say I have a fintech company, and in fintech company the requirement would be different compared to this medical company. Okay, so what I will do here, again I will collect the fintech data, and again what I will do, again I will train my model, again I will retrain my model. Which retrain model? Which pre-trained model? The raw model, right? The foundation model, or which is also called the pre-trained model, right? So we are going to be fine tune, or we are going to be retrain that pre-trained model, retrain the pre-trained model. Okay, and that pre-trained model is also called the raw model or the foundation model. So we could have a multiple example, and this already I discussed in my previous video. If you will go and check there, you will find out in a very detailed way. So let's read the definition. So what I written over here, so here I written what we are doing, we are just taking a pre-trained model, and which already trained on a huge amount of data set, and then what we are doing, we are going to be retrained again on some specific data set. So here you can see, imagine you have you hired a person who already know the English. This is just a example, this is just an analogy which I mentioned over here. So let's say you have a like person who you hired it for the English, Hindi, and for the basic science, but you want them to expert in a medical science. So what you will do, you will again train that particular person on some medical related information which is already aware about the English, Hindi, and the basic science, right? So fine tuning means, again we are going to be retrain the model, again we are going to be retrain the model on some specific data. So this architecture will clarify everything. So here we have a base model. Here you can see, then we are going to be fine tune on some specific data. And now what we got some custom model. So I think I no need to spend much time on this fine tuning. Now let's look into the next architecture, which is a RAG one. So guys, this is the architecture of the RAG. If you have seen my YouTube channel, I think I explained this particular architecture maybe 100 times. I recorded one very comprehensive playlist on my YouTube channel. If you don't know about it, you can go and check. You will learn a lot regarding this RAG, R-A-G. Okay, so in the RAG, what we have, see guys, I told you one thing, it's starting itself. So whenever we are talking about any of the concept, so the LLM will be the center of it. Okay, so here also you can see the LLM, this one. Now, whenever we're talking about, let me highlight the LLM. I think you can see this is the LLM. So guys, whenever we're talking about the RAG, so in the RAG actually we are going to be connect our LLM with this. Here you can see this external data source. Okay, so we have this external data source. This could be anything. It could be any database. This could be any API. This could be any web page. This could be any document. So whatever you can think with respect to the data, this could be anything. What we are doing, we are going to be store this particular data inside the database. Now this database generally is called a vector database because we are going to be vectorize the information. Now why we are doing that vectorization? So that we can perform the retrieval on top of it. Okay, so here is the retrieval pipeline, this one. So we pass the query to the vector database and we fetch the relevant data. Okay, now why we are fetching this relevant data? So that we can provide that relevant data, or we can provide the appropriate context to the LLM. Okay, so the idea of the RAG, idea behind the RAG is very simple. We can connect our data, external data. So you can say this is nothing. This is our external data to LLM. That's it. And we are storing it after doing a chunking, embedding, right? Where we are storing in the database, and then we are going to perform the retrieval. So why we are doing it? So that we can provide this particular data, the right data, the contextful data, and the data based on the user query to the LLM itself. That's it, right? So that's a simple meaning of RAG. I think you already know. So let me revise all the things. So we're talking, okay, I'll revise that. Let me complete the AI agent also, and after that I'll revise it. So guys, whenever we're talking about the RAG, so RAG stands for retrieval augment generation, and here we have a retrieval. We are going to be retrieve the relevant document. We are passing it the LLM, and then we are passing it to the then we are going to be generate a final answer. So we have a user question, we are retrieving the information, relevant document, then we are passing to the LLM, and then final answer. And from where we are going to be retrieve the information, we are going to be retrieve the information from the vector database. If you have any sort of a doubt regarding the RAG, you can look into this particular architecture. It will clarify your doubt in a better way. Okay. Now there is some more information regarding the RAG. So let's say if we want to connect our LLM with some real-time info. Okay, real-time info. Let's say my LLM was trained last year. Okay, and now this year I'm using this particular LLM, and I'm asking who won the World Cup? Who won the World Cup in 25? So my LLM will not be able to answer. So in that case, what I will do, I'll connect this particular LLM with some external data sources. Okay, here I store some data which I fetch maybe from some web pages or maybe from some API, the real-time data. And then I'm providing this particular data to the LLM, some context. Okay, and then we are generating a final answer using this LLM. So why we use this RAG, guys? To connect our LLM with the real-time information. Okay, to up to date for updating my LLM knowledge in the form of context. And one advice I can give you with respect to this RAG, so whenever we are talking about the RAG, guys, okay, so guys, always try to use RAG with some good reasoning based model. In some whenever you are going to build the RAG based architecture, na, so use some good reasoning model. Now this reasoning model will be capable to understand your complete context. Okay, so this is the one of the advice which I wanted to give you. Now let's move to the next one, which is AI agent. Now guys, whenever we are talking about the AI agent, so we should always keep a couple of things in our mind. The first one, in the AI agents, okay, the AI agents, it's having a capability of the thinking, it's having a capability of taking an action, it's having a capability of making an observation. Now how? So guys, whenever we are talking about the AI agents, now you need to keep one more thing in your mind. Which thing? If you have attended my previous session, if you have seen my previous video, then you can easily answer. First is a LLM and the second is the tools. Okay. So this LLM is nothing. This LLM actually, it is a brain of the agent. And this tool is nothing, it's an action. I can give you very good example. Let's say human is having brain, okay, and human is having the other part of the body, right? Let's say hands and legs. Now brain is giving a instruction, okay. A brain is giving an instruction to the hand, okay, pick something. Let's say pick this mouse, pick this phone. Yes, I'm able to pick it, right? Let's say my brain is giving a signal to my legs, okay, run, walk, or stop. So I'm able to do that particular thing. So here in the same way, LLM is a brain, okay, that is an artificial brain which is giving an instruction to the tool, okay, and the tool is nothing, it's called the actions. Getting my point? So in a similar way, see, brain, human brain, it's giving an instruction, okay, and based on the given instruction, my hands and legs is taking an action. Now you can again compare. So LLM is nothing, it's a brain, it's giving some sort of a like instruction, right? And based on that particular instruction we are taking action. How we are taking action? Via these tools. So this hand and legs is nothing, it's my tools, okay. This action is being generated by the brain, okay, and here the action is being generated by the LLM. I can give you very good example. Let's say here uh, you written a mail, okay. So let's say you written one mail. Now this mail actually you can write using the LLM, but if you want to send this particular mail, okay, whatever mail you have written, if you want to send it to someone, you cannot send using the LLM. For that you required some external API, right? So you required some external API, some external code, right? So this API, this functionality, it is a tool, okay. Using this particular tool, using this particular API, you are performing an action. So LLM is your brain which is capable to write a mail, but API and the tool, okay, which is performing an action for you, for what? For sending a mail, right? So that is what? That is a tool, right? Using that particular, using the LLM, what you are taking some instruction. That instruction is nothing, it is coming in the form of prompts, okay. You are passing a prompt, you are taking that action, and you are calling this appropriate tool for sending a mail. That's it, guys. Now here I have drawn an diagram. So here see, we have a brain in between. So here we are giving an instruction, we have a tool calling capability, okay. We can sustain the memory, okay. We can do the planning, okay, based on the multiple iteration and observation and all, everything we can keep. And here we have an output. So in short I can say, again I'm repeating, so in short I can say AI agents are nothing, it's a smart AI assistant. It's a smart AI assistant, okay. AI agents is nothing, it's a LLM plus action. That's it, guys, okay. Whenever you are not able to think about this LLM in action, you can recall this particular example, writing a mail and sending a mail. So guys, I hope we understood about the AI agents, RAG and all, everything individually. Now let's look into the different and see which one we can use when. So what is the difference? I think now you can write a differences. So LLM, the normal LLM is nothing, just a pre-trained model. Fine tuning is what? Make a LLM expert in a specific topic, okay, with some data. We are retraining the model here. Retraining would be included. Now we're talking about the RAG. So in the RAG, what we are doing, we are going to be connect our LLM with some external data source, okay. Now here, this external data source, EDS, is nothing, it is called the knowledge base also. It is a database. Got it? Now if we're talking about the agents, guys, so as agent is LLM plus tools. Now this tool could be anything. Anything means anything, okay. It could be any real-time API, it could be any database connection, okay. It could be any database connection, it could be maybe whatever, right? Whatever logic and the functionality you want to write, it could be anything. And in LLM there would be one more thing, it is capable to think. It's capable to make a observation. And how? Based on the prompts, based on the given instruction. So agent RAG is a different, where we are just going having a database, vector database, but agents having some intelligence, thinking capability, observation capability based on the given instruction, and the tool calling capability. And this tool calling could be anything, not only the vector, not only any database, it could be any database, any API, any sort of a custom logic. Okay. So here is again one more level of definition. This is just for you. If you want to make a more clarity on top of this particular topic, you can do. Now, the next question: which one we should use when? I think you are waiting for this particular question only. Now, let me clarify, guys. When we should use when? Which one? And one more very important question is there. Can we use together? Can we use some hybrid approach? So let me tell you all this thing with my experience, what I feel, because I work in a real time. I did fine tuning, RAG, everything, and what I feel, guys. For sure, I'll discuss that. So first, let's look into the formal thing, formal uses of it. So if we have a normal AI assistant, right? Normal LLM model. So we can use for what? For doing a chat, text generation, chatbot, writing, answering, and all. Everything I told you. Now let's say we have to train that particular model on some specific data. Okay, to make it expert. So here we can fine tune it on that specific data. Now let's say we want to connect my model with some knowledge base, with some for some live knowledge. Okay, we can use the RAG architecture where data ingestion retrieval would be included. Now if we want to build a autonomous system, so there we want to give the capability of the thinking, search plan, and all. So we are going to build the AI agents, right? Now in the starting itself, I told you whatever architecture we are going to build, the one thing is going to be common, that's going to be this LLM. So here is also LLM, here also this LLM, this one, here also this LLM, okay, and here also this LLM, this one, right? So the my main question is, okay, individually we can do anything. Means we can do the fine tuning and we can use that model. We can create a RAG, right? And yes, the RAG, I already told you, use the good reasoning based model. RAG will work in a better way. Same goes with the AI agent also. Use some good model, and for sure it will work in a well manner, right? But guys, the question is, can we use both all together? Can we combine this particular thing? Yes or no? So for that also, here I written some sort of a thing with a real life analogy, and for sure you will be able to understand. So guys, here you can see, if we have to do a very basic task, okay, so in that case, do use the simple LLM without like fine tuning and all, if it is not required. If fine tuning is required, you can fine tune it, and in a straightforward manner you can do that. RAG, I already told you when you have to use. Whenever you have to connect your LLM with some external data sources, with some live knowledge and all, you can create a RAG. And if you want some autonomy inside your application, use the agents. Okay. Now the thing is basically, let's say we have LLM. We have one LLM. Now this LLM, okay, so we have fine-tuned this LLM on some domain-specific data. Fine-tune on this particular LLM some domain-specific data. Now cannot we use this fine-tuned model for further to the RAG architecture? Yes, we can use it. Who is stopping to us? Cannot we use this fine-tuning model for creating our agent application, agentic based application? Yes, we can do it. Who is stopping us? So I hope you understood now. So yes, the combined solution, absolutely, the combined solution is possible, and that could be my best system. So first we have a base model, the foundation model. We can fine tune it on some specific data set, and on top of it, either we can build a RAG or agent. And nowadays, guys, some agentic RAG is also possible. I already taught you on my YouTube channel. You can go and check out that. So here you can understand with some real life analogy. So let's say you have a brain. You have like train your brain. Okay, you have fine tuned the brain. Means you got an expert brain, right? On some knowledge and all. Maybe someone is teaching you something, or you are observing from the surrounding. Then basically you are going through the internet, and then you are going to be retrain your brain, right? Means sorry, you are going to be connect your brain with some Google knowledge, Wikipedia, and books and all. Okay, and now see, you have a brain, you expertise your brain, you connect it with some external data sources and in agents what you are doing. So you have an expert brain with some extra knowledge which you connected with the internet, and like which you got which you train yourself, okay, with your surrounding knowledge, and then you connected yourself with the internet and all, and then on top of it you having a capability to do something extra, right, with your actions. So now you have all the knowledge. With that you can explore the phones, tablet, car, bike, or you can do any sort of a thing. So this is just a real life analogy which came in my mind, that's why I kept it over here. You can think in a more better way, or you can just look into this particular example. So you fine tune the model just to change your tone according to the domain, okay. On top of it you can create a rag layer, okay, and then the same rag, right? So not the normal rag, you can create a autonomous system, some advanced rag, that's called the agentic rag. So this kind of solution is possible. I hope you understood. Now what I'm doing, guys, I'm showing you some good model from the internet itself. So here I find out some fine-tuned model, and your task would be over here. So you need to download this fine-tuned model. See, here is a DeepSeek Coder 676 7B Instruct fine-tuned model. So this model specifically was trained on the coding data set, and specifically for the coder and all. You can utilize this particular model, and on top of it you can create your RAG application, okay, where you can connect this particular model with some external GitHub repositories and all. Now on top of it itself you can create a agentic flow, right? You can connect your this particular model using some tools and all with some real type API for fetching a code or anything, and then based on that you can generate an answer. Now here is one of the model from the Mistral only, so open Helms, and this model have been trained on a huge amount of data, guys, with the mythology, Helms, design and all. So you can utilize this model, and on top of it you can create your own RAG architecture. And in the going forward classes we are going to retrain our own model for sure. I'll show you that from scratch. Now here is a one more model. So this model actually it's a Llama model. Again, it was fine-tuned on some external data, so you can identify on which data it have been trained, and then on top of it you can create a RAG or agent or agentic RAG, anything. So on top of this fine-tuning model, agent, RAG, everything is possible, and we can do this thing in a custom way, and for sure we are going to do it in an upcoming session. So yeah, this is it for this particular video. I hope your each and every doubt is clear now, and you can explore more about it from your end as well. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me in a comment section. So until guys, thank you, bye bye, take care. I'll see you in the next video.